Okie dokie, we're live. I'm gonna see if I can do the shares really quick so I can get to this stuff. I'll just show you Videoleap by Enlight. This program is really intriguing to me. I like that I was able to do my voiceovers, my basic voiceovers of characters. If I don't have too much reverb or effects on the characters, I can actually do all the voiceovers here. The thing I'm starting to see in the end, though, if I want to mix in voices for characters like Ishu, which has reverb and echo in them, this program can't do that. And I don't know how to bring in audio files unless they're in my iTunes or my iMusic. So I'm not sure how to do that yet. Once I can figure that stuff out, that'd be kind of neat. Hopefully they create something that allows you to share from like your iTunes library on your local machine, because then I'd be able to use more songs, and it would be kind of cool too, is I'd be able to upload music or even get music from like a shared drive, like a box.net or a cloud drive. That'd also be helpful. Or sound, because then this way I could still do my sounds, some of the more complex sounds that I want to do in Audacity, and then still bring them into here and use them in the movies. But when it comes to compositing in general, putting everything together, yeah, this blows anything iMovie can do away. And it's so fast, and the compositing is so easy and so quick to do. That's why I like it so much. Alright, I talked so much already. Let's see if I can get to my page. I should be able to see the live video like right at the top. Now the trick is going to be being able to get to it and have it shared. And alright, I talked so much already. Yeah. Let's see the live video like right at the top. There's me yakking again. So now what I'm gonna try to do is share it. Yeah, it wants me to just do. Okay. Let's see. There you go. I can hit share. Nice. It's letting me share the way I want to. So let me do ICC, the Powerverse, Dr. Fu, ICAST, and I always do Warhorse also. It's a small group, but it's by my buddy Ahmed. It's kind of the guy who got me started into doing the motion comics anyway. So like whenever I get a chance, I always post onto his page too. What I'm gonna do is just show you a quick way how you can use the program. I'm gonna create a ICAS BAC, which is Indie Creators Animated Showcase bonus animated content that I'm going to be posting on YouTube a little bit later, but I'm going to build it out here. I'm going to take the three headings that I created, or the three versions of the animations that I created. I'm going to put them in here together. I'm going to try to put the ISO rod and the animation stuff in front of it too. But like I said, it's pretty easy to use. Just to give you an idea, so this is the program itself. It's Enlight Videoleap. I was turned on to this by Instagrammer Babylon Buzz. He does a lot of Wordle stuff. He has like a friend of mine posted something he did on it that he did with a Superman cover, and I was looking at it. I was just looking. I'm like, yo, that's Wordle. And I'm like, yo, do you know who did this? And he didn't. And then I went straight to Instagram. First thing that popped up was that same picture, and it said Babylon Buzz. And this guy did this amazing Ghost Rider, Cosmic Ghost Rider cover, where Cosmic Ghost Rider is fighting Galactus, and he actually chained Galactus and was dragging him. He did a Wordle of that, where the freaking wheels of the bike's on fire, the chain is flame, and he's dragging Galactus by his neck. One of the coolest things I've ever seen. It was so good that the Wordle app featured it too. So this is the suite for Enlight. They have a pretty decent photo editor also. They have Pixel Flick for doing animation, sort of like Wordle, but I kind of prefer Wordle where you can use it any way you want, and then what they just do is Wordle will just sell you packs. You just can keep buying the packs that you want, and every other feature in Wordle is completely free, which I think is kind of cool. If they did that here too, it'd be cool. But they went for a subscription model or a one-time fee, because I wanted to do this and check it out on my iPad. I paid the one-time fee for it. I mean, I paid a monthly fee. After I finish some work and I get some money in, I'm gonna buy this program outright. Like I said, even in the long run, even if I was to do, what I would do with it is I would composite Wordle frames and pictures together. I would do sound. I would try to do sound here too. There's one of the things I'm thinking about doing is, if worst comes to worst, I can always record the sound directly from my computer onto my iPad through the voiceover feature that it has. It's not as crisp as it would be because my speaker is kind of hokey, but I can get a better speaker and I could probably use it for that. But yeah, it's pretty neat though. I kind of like this program a lot. So I'll give you a quick example of what it can do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in 4 videos, maybe 5. So video 1 is going to be my opening my IsoRod Studios and IsoRod animation opening. The next thing I'm going to bring in is the 3 title blocks. I actually redid the other one because I misspelled karma, but I could say devolving krama because it's so devolving. It was beating it up, but I'm gonna put the right one in for my ICAS BAC. So the way the movies come out, it goes from devolving karma to the brother versus the other, and then burgers in time. So that's kind of what I did. The thing I liked about this too, this was the first ICAS was able to create everything directly on the iPad. So that's what I kind of liked about it a lot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to add in all the 4 projects so that they are. And as you can see, it automatically just puts everything in, and then you have your transitioning, and then these are all my movies. So what's kind of cool, what I like about this a lot, is these are all Wordle files that I created. And what's kind of interesting too when I'm playing around with Wordle is I didn't know how to stitch Wordle scenes together, and I'm just like, damn, if there was only a way you had a program where you could put all those Wordles together, you could do something really cool. Now I have that, so it's actually pretty damn neat. That's what I love about this so much. So now I have my first one. It does all my animation goes through, and then this is the part that's kind of cool. So now I can actually do transition just like all the stuff that we're used to in iMovie. You can do dissolve, cross zoom, so on and so forth. Since I'm going in from a black, if I want, instead of making it fade to black like it did here, I can shorten the movie clip here and then have the IsoRod animation start fading, and then the devolving karma coming up simultaneously at the same time. And instead of just having them cross fade out, I can actually just leave this in a little bit longer, so you see IsoRod animation. And then what I could do is do a crossfade instead. So this is a crossfade, and then now when you watch it, oh, that's just a fade. Yeah, it's a crossfade, but I can do, let me add that. Yeah. Just a straight fade. Let me do a cross dissolve, or dissolving. So it dissolves from one to the other, or we can do a cross zoom, which is also another cool one. So that's another cool way. So I'll do a cross zoom to switch from one to the next. So this has sound. This first part has sound. Yeah, so what I also might be able to do is maybe there's a way for me to play music in the background and just record it that way too. That might work. But yeah, it's the only thing, like, I have so much pitch control, and the way I can control the pitch, the tempo, the reverb, the echo, and all of those things. Maybe they might be added. That'd be nice. I would love for them to be able to be more granular with the speed. The speed starts off at when you're slowing it down, you have a lot of control, and then what happens is it jumps from the going down by 1 percentage point each time, then it jumps from 90 straight to 80. I don't know why they didn't just let you still go into the granular and still be able to control it that way. I don't know why they think the big jump would be necessary, because you still might want to fine tune it. Because if they allowed me to do that, the Imani voice, I could create it almost exactly the same way I created in Audacity. It's just that I was able to speed it up one by one, and then it jumped to, what do you call it, 25% more. Instead of letting me bring it up to like 20 or 22, is what I use for Imani specifically. So 25 to 22, it's close. That's why what I started doing with her voice is because I know it's going to speed up the voice and bring up the pitch. So what I started doing was start speaking slower for her parts, and then when I speed it up, it sounds like normal speech. And then for the brother, since I'm going to be slowing his voice down to create the timbre in his voice, I just speak quicker. I say the lines a lot faster because I know I'm going to be delaying them along the way. So it's pretty neat stuff like that. So this is Devolving Karma. This is the new version that I did, which I kind of like too. It came out really freaking neat. It looks better than the one I have right now. So that's kind of cool. And then what I want to do is I want it to go into the brother versus the other. And this the background I'm using for the brother versus the other is something called mono glitch. And then I have a wave effect on the words. And then I also have a twirl effect on the mono glitch. That's why it looks like it's waving back and forth like that in the middle. So it's an animated background that I also manipulated in Warble. So what we're gonna do is brother versus the other, and this one I'm gonna use one of the glitches. And I like this glitch a lot. This one's like really, yeah, that one's like crazy. So it glitches into the brother versus the other. And then for Burgers in Time, I already did the cross zoom. I could do iris out. There's so many I can do with it. There's some of them I haven't even tried yet. Like the glitch 6 is pretty interesting to me. I don't know what I'm gonna do with that, but let me just see what else they have. The ink one's pretty neat. The vector is weird. Brush is not what I'm looking for. Ooh, they have a lens flare one. They have a light one. They have a film, a messed up film. They have a messed up scan. The pixelization. And love is just weird. Alright, so let me try the lens flare. The lens flare is pretty freaking cool. Kind of like that one. So we'll do that. And the thing is, the reason you're seeing it look so... yeah, that just makes so much sense. Damn, I wish I had known that. I would have done that before. Because this... Let me see. What am I using? This is a cross dissolve. And then for this one, I use a cross zoom. This one, I use a glitch. And then this one, I use a lens flare, which is pretty damn neat. So yeah, so these would be the titles of the 3 tales. And yeah, that's what I'm going to use. What's neat about this is too, this program has really great music library. Because the brother is like kind of African music, kind of is an African themed character. What I can also do with it is look for like really cool background music that actually covers that kind of sound for me. So I can go into audio and I can go into music, and I'm going to go into stock, which is what's built in here. And instead of using the ones that they have here, I'm just going to type in Africa or African and do a search. And it's going to bring me up a bunch of songs that I can use. Like this is pretty cool too, that I heard. So that's one possibility. Let me do African dance so you can hear that too. Way too happy. That's not what we're doing. Let me see Mongo's little melodies. Again, too happy. I think I used this already. No, I did not. That's pretty neat also. Let me hear this one too. African Outback, more ominous. Not as ominous as I thought. Pretty neat too. So as you can see, there's a good mixture of stuff that I can literally just grab and use different songs and different pieces. Whoa, I didn't want that. Remove that. We're not using that. But it gives you such a nice large range of stuff that you can play with. Let me see what this one is. This is exactly a minute. Too happy. That's what I'm looking for. What's this? Like I told you, yeah. And the thing is, since it's all built into the program, I can use them. They're not, it's like royalty free stuff, so it's built into the program itself. It allows you to do like whatever. So it's either the African acapella. I wonder. What was this one? I don't remember what it was. No. No, I don't want that. What was African Tail? Three tails. So African Tail would make sense there. It's kind of funny. These drums are nice because they're fast. It's like a lot of action. That's not what I chose. I'm getting old. That's actually pretty freaking neat. I like that one a lot. And this is not too bad too. This I kind of like. I dig also. thinking of using this for burgers in Thai. I like it. I think I'm gonna go with it. So this is what I'm gonna be using in there. I'm gonna reduce its volume. I may not have to, but what I'm gonna do is, since it's music, what's nice is this gives you the ability to fade in a little bit, so the other song can finish off, and then I can just fade it in, so it's not just overwhelming you in one shot from the crossfade. I can also move it back a little. This is what I mean by it's super easy. You're able to control so much. You can just drag things super easily. So let's just do that. So, yeah, so it's around 30 seconds there, and then I can add in my I can add in isorod. I can add in some stuff. So let me see if I can. Actually, I want to clean this up too. Let's see if I have any moving clips of. So yeah, I'm probably gonna do these for sure. But I'm gonna be doing I'm gonna be doing a lot of content for the Power Place cross play stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna be using this a lot. I'm gonna be using those for sure. It's gonna be good stuff. Like, I can now do all the denizens together. I can actually link all of these movies into one a lot cleaner, and do sound effects and everything for them, which I think I'm gonna try to do too, because concept wise, it's really cool what you can actually pull off here. So yeah, I'm gonna be building a lot of content on here for sure, and with all the large amount of music and stuff that I can basically work with, I'll be able to do a lot of really cool stuff. You know what I'm looking for? I'm looking for my isorod logo. I just brought it in because I just did something for a Wordle profile picture. Yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go out of here for a second. I'm going to go out of here. I'm going to go into Procreate. Yeah, I was working on something. Captain Jamaica number 1. I'm going to go back to that. That's a bunch of there's some inking and I have to finish off. What's kind of cool is I already did a main background. The background was done with so much detail. All I had to do was just clean it up a little bit and then shift it over to black. And then all I have to do now is work on the characters on those pages. I should be done pretty quick with it. So I'm going to import a photo. And the photo I want to import is... Where are you? How'd I pass it? Where are you? Wait, how is it not here? What? This is all photos. How am I missing it? I just saw it. Which is kind of weird. I'm going to look up again. I'm going to try to find it in here because it's kind of weird that I just saw it, but I can't find it. There it is. Look. I'm going to select and I'm going to send it to Procreate. This way, I don't have to try to find it again. Annoying is what that is. So now it's in Procreate. Cancel. There you go. So what I want to do is I want to create a nice clean version of it with no white. Neat part about Procreate is they finally created like a magic wand or selection brush that allows you to do that. It's called automatic selection. So as I click, as I click, I click, as I click here, I'm going to go in there too. So what I'm going to try to do is get rid of all the possible white parts that are sticking out, and I'm going to delete all of it. So, yay. Get rid of that. Now what we're going to do is we're going to feather the selection a little bit so it takes a little bit more. Slightly anti-alias, like this feathering should be none, but as grimy as it looks, I want to feather it a little bit. And all we have to do now is just clear and get rid of this background. See, there you are. That's what I want. I want a nice clean version of it. And then what I can do, switch from here and go to the freehand tool, and I can just go and do cleanup. Just do simple cleanup stuff right here. Clear again. Like I said, I mean, Procreate is like it's got better features, and every iteration that Savage Interactive does, it gets better. And like, if they gave it true vector tools, like, I mean, you can letter in here, but I think using a vector program is a lot cleaner for lettering. Like, I would rather use Infinity Photo, Infinity Designer. I'd rather use Autodesk Graphics and hundreds and myriads of other programs that are vector based to do word bubbles, word balloons, and stuff like that. I actually created a word balloon in here for the demon bitch picture that I did. I'm thinking of doing another one of those sexy demon bitch pictures. Instead of her being her funny looking cartoony self, she's like a hot tamale demon. It's based on the actual cartoony version of her, but you just give her like a amazing body compared to what that version has. It's kind of funny. Remove, and we're gonna do clear. Yeah, so like, I mean, the greater scheme of things, like I like a lot of indie artists. There's stuff that they're doing too. Like the cover challenge I'm doing for myself. If I read comics or stuff that somebody might do as a web comic and they're gonna launch it as a full-fledged book or something like that, I would still put them in covers of stuff that I in these comics I'm into. So like, that's why I did today. I did Michelin Hess's Diary of a Mad Black Werewolf. It was a project she was doing during October, and it was really cool. So she actually has it as a book. Once I get more ducats together, I would definitely love to get a copy of that. Saving the image. Now that I have my nice, I guess, cleaner image of it, so I have that pretty much set. So here's some of the neat tricks that are like in Enlight, right? So now that I have that, I can say insert. I have a really bad feeling about this. Oh, okay, it came in right. So what's kind of cool here too is, okay, we did what were the ones that we did? We did the transition I'm going to use for this one is going to be the brush. It actually makes sense. it's like a painting, or the ink, like ink was spilling over. That's pretty freaking neat. I like that. Oh, that's pretty. Yo, iMovie does not have something like that. Like ink fell, and then the other picture comes through. That's so freaking cool. I like that. And since it's an image, it's a picture, I can just extend it as much as I want. Right? So I can extend it as much as I want. So here's the thing that's like kind of cool. Like, so let's say I wanted to do something with this picture. Instead of making it look like it came in the way it came in, I'd lose that really cool ink transition. But let's say if I want to do more with it, I can split it, and then instead of having it there again that way, oh, let me show you something else first. Let me remove the split. Let me undo and undo again. What's kind of cool about this is I can actually animate this clip. So let me show you what I mean by that. So if I wanted to, this is the beginning of the clip. I'm going to get rid of the transition because I want to be able to show you what I'm talking about. We're going to switch it over to none. And then the beginning of this clip, instead of it just being right here, I can get out of here. I can select the clip, and I can transform, mirror fit, or I can make it bigger. I can zoom in or make it very, very small. So let's say we zoom in like so, right? So now the whole clip is stuck as this gigantic zoomed version of the logo. So this is what we have. It's a zoomed version of the logo. Now I'm going to go back one. Here's what's interesting. So I want it to shrink back down to normal size in, let's say, 2 seconds. In about 2 seconds, I can add a keyframe, and then in that keyframe, I could just shrink it. So here's the only thing that's kind of funny about these keyframes and what I'm showing you here. Like, what would be kind of cool is if I could move the keyframe. Like if I wanted to move the keyframe, it can't. I'd have to create a new keyframe where I want to see what I want to see happen. That's the only thing that's a little weird. You can't drag the keyframe. Not that I know of anyway. I can drag the image, but that keyframe, nah, man. That's another feature. I think if they're adding stuff to it, they want to add. They should add something to drag the keyframe. So let's say we go here. What did it lose my keyframe? What's in this keyframe? Man, oh. I'm gonna undo this twice. I gotta undo it twice. Undo. Gotta keep undoing it. Is the keyframe gone? Nope. Okay, the keyframe gone now. Here's what I forgot to do. You need a keyframe up here too. Duh. You need a keyframe to keep it trapped that way. And then at 42, my new keyframe will now do what I need it to do. So my new keyframe is going to be my shrunk version of Isorod Studios. So now if we go back, see, automatic, woo, just sort of stretches it out automatically. Now what's going to happen is if if I get out of here and I go back to here and then I do my ink, not smoke, that ink spilling one, I don't want it to be 2 seconds. I want my ink spilling to be maybe half a second. Oh, let's do a second. Yeah, so you can see automatically. So it does that. Now, once I have here, I want to do some more effects. Make it wave, make it do some other things. What I want to do is I'm going to split the clip. And this is how easy it is to split a clip in this program. You come to here, you hit split, done. Super easy. Lots of right clicking in iMovie, and sometimes I can't get it to be where I want it to be, so it's a pain in the butt. Then I can go to Mixer. Boop. Once I go into Mixer, there's a bunch of new features that you can do. What it did is it shifted the image into another layer, that you can actually have layered versions of the video. If I started dragging this layer over here, you'd see that, you see, I have an extra copy of it sitting on top. I can drag it back over. I believe you can, in this mode also, so let's say I show you, I put it back here, I can go into blending modes, I can go overlays, I can multiply, screen, starlight, hard light, darken, color burn, lighten, so on and so forth. I can also add different keyframes in there too. So it's pretty neat. I can add keyframes in there. I can do a lot of different things if I wanted to. So it gives you a lot of different features that you can mess around with. So first thing we want to do is get rid of that, put it back to normal. That keyframe that's sitting in there, I don't want it. So that keyframe's gone. So other features that you could actually do, if we go back out, you have animations that you can actually play around with. And what's kind of cool is if you want to fade it in, fade it out, spin it, scale it, scroll it, roll it, it can basically do all of these things. So as it zoomed in, now this thing, I can make it do a bunch of different things. But we don't want, this is not really what I'm looking for. What I could do is I can make it flicker in. It's there, and then it flicks. It flickers. I can make it flicker in. So that's one thing. And then it flickers. And then what's kind of neat is now inside the animation, we can have overall animations. We can have that flickering effect keep going, like through blinking. So now it's blinking on and off. So blink a couple of times. I can make it pulse. If I didn't like that, I can make it pulse instead. And then I could also make it, if I didn't want to do that, I can make it wiggle. So while it's there, it's going to be wiggling. Or I can make it float. And if you wanted to make it more, if you want to make it moving multiple times in these 2 seconds, you can actually make it happen that way too. So that's pretty much like all the different things you could do with it. Those are the ones that they give you. With text has even more features than they can do. So we have it doing that. And what we could do too, once we get to here too, we can actually, when we're selecting it, oh, I'm funny. I didn't even realize that. I can make it a little bit smaller, and then we can play around with it again. So, flickers, and it moves up and down for about 4 seconds. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna add in an extra 2 seconds here. And what I wanted to do is I wanted to kind of fade out or flip out or do something. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go back into the animation. We're gonna have its out stuff. So it's scaled. It went from large to big. We can make it flicker out. We can make it fade out. We can make it slide out, scale down, or we can make it spin out. And we can make it go super slow, like in 5 seconds, while it's still bouncing. So it goes. We want it to happen faster. We can have it happen in 3 seconds. Shot. And then from there, I can add in another movie clip. We'll do chart comp. It's not really a motion comic. I could throw it in, or after that one goes away, I can do the Kern Burns effect, the one where it starts off small, slow, and then it goes to Isorod Studio, or just make it scroll up. I can do a bunch of different things. I just have to decide what I want to do. After, let's say we were done with that one, what just happened? Oh. So can I move it? Ooh. Well, the only way, undo that. The only way to get this to work also is to move it up and make it into part of the mixer part. I'm just trying to see if we can get to a minute. I'm gonna stop it when it reaches a minute. But you can see, it's a pretty damn neat program. It's like stupidly powerful. Like the things it can do. It's like mind blowing how powerful this thing is. Anytime you want to do more to the movie clip than what you're seeing doing there, you just shift it into mixer mode, and then it gives you a lot more features that you can actually play around with. So as this thing comes in, I'm just going to change its intro animation. How do we want it to? They're already scaled down. Flicker makes the most sense, believe it or not. Yeah, so this goes over here. And then what we can do with it is it kind of already fades in on its own, so I don't even have to do anything here. So what we can do is we have that and this. Right. So what I want to do is add sound effects for each time this transfer of this change happens. So from here to the ink spilling and stuff like that, I want to add in a sound effect. Same concept again. We go into audio, we go to sound effects. There's loops too, which I haven't even played with. I've never even checked those. What's the hip hop one sound like? This would work. Rock guitar? Wow. So these loops, the way they're set up, I could layer them together and make whole new songs. Completely. That's just crazy. Let's what this. Neat. That is hot. If you put that with the hip hop, you could do some crazy stuff, man. Let me see what this hip hop sounds like. Not like the other two. Christmas sleigh bells? What? Wow. Scary hip hop loop? I'm coming at ya. You thought that it was, oh, I'm coming at ya. I'm coming at. Well, yeah, you could do stuff with that. Ooh, you can. Ooh, look at that. Hip hop drums, what? Yeah, didn't even know about the loops. Now that's hysterical. So the loops are hot. Yeah. Music wise, man, I could do some crazy stuff with this. This is what I was looking for. I don't want it short. Hey, lucky for casting a spell. Yes, I am. Interesting. Wow. 10 seconds of that. Not good enough. I need whooshes, all right, but I need a medium one. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. Oh, yeah, whoosh. I want the whooshes. Yeah, so this makes my life so much easier. They have oceans, heavy winds. They got it all, man. It's like it makes it easy. Let me see what this one. Close. If I take two of them together, I could actually create the sound I want. Flash, whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. Getting there. Yes, that's the one. Let's do one. Thank you. We're taking that. You're coming in, Supernova. We're tagging you in, buddy. You're in. I'm going to move you over a little bit and see if this works. So what we're going to do is the music, we're going to bring it down a little bit, down to about 50%. 55 is good. Alright, so I need to duplicate it. This is how easy it is to duplicate something. Boop, done. And now I drag. Take you. Let's go. Let's move over bacon. It's time for something meatier. So like right here again. I'm gonna look. I'm gonna start it over right there, and then we're gonna hit. Maybe the first one made sense. It's not too bad. So supernova whoosh. I could actually also use different sounds too. Like I bet you there's a sound effect for glitches. Let's check. We'll just type in glitch. Glitches. Look at that. System glitch, yeah. Not good enough. Not good enough. No. That's the one. It's like, yeah, that's the one. Adios amigos, send that one out. It doesn't need to be that long, but look at that. Beautiful. So it doesn't need to go on for 10 freaking seconds. We can reduce that to about right there. And here's what's wonderful about sound. Fade ins and fade outs. So I can fade in for about a second, and I can fade out for about a second. Yeah. So now we'll do the same thing again. Yep, just a little too long right there. We'll go right there. And we try that again. A little too short. Try that a little bit again, right there. Let's see if we hit it right on the money. A little bit too much. Try that again. Nope, stop it a little too much. What the? Where's the lens flare, bro? Where's the lens flare on that? I knows it. I think I use lens flare 2. Yeah, lens flare 2. Lens flare 2 is hot. Yeah. Alright, so funny sound effect I'm looking for. Lens flare. And we type in lens flare. And let's see if this comes through. Instead of lens flare, let's do, I spelled it wrong anyway. Let's do flare. Ultra fast flare whoosh. That would actually work. So we just take that and we add it in. Same thing again. Push it over a little bit. Let's see if we can get it. You can't even hear it. Perfection. That was perfect. We're going to go back to the main sound again, and we're going to shorten. We're going to even reduce it. I actually use it in the 30s in the actual movies. About 35. So what we're looking for is a spill. So I literally am just writing what the effects kind of look like, and an effect comes that works kind of like what I want. So I'm just going to try to do a spill and see if that has an effect. Of course there is. Are you kidding? We didn't need the second one. The first one would have been fine. That's damn wooden object falling. Dang it. God damn it, Alan. Oh boy. There you go. That would have been perfect. It's 11 o'clock. Well, I'm almost done here. I'm not doing much more of this. But this is pretty neat. We're under an hour. Perfect. We'll do here. And we'll fade out for sure, because we don't want it going on too long. And we'll hit play. So here's another thing too. Go back one. If we want the volume to be louder, it goes all the way up to like 500% or 500. So if I really want you to hear that, I can just bump it up to like 300. So it comes out. So again, it's a little too loud, so we'll just do that. But yeah, it gives you an idea of what you're getting. Same thing. We can bump up the music. Bring it about 200. Even though you can hear these two, I just want to let you really hear them. The music is lower and the effects are higher, just so they can come out clearly. And then we can go again. Whoops, did you see that? There's a little glitch in the system. And I can also do flickering. Speaking of which, remember I just said I could do flickering? Let's do flickering light. Yeah, so let's do flickering. 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 There you go. And search it. That's probably a flickering sound effect too. Zzz, zzz. Electricity, yes. That's a bit weak. A flickering lamp. What is that? That sounds nothing like flickering. Then that sounded more like flickering. Buzzing lamp. Dang it. The glitches sound better. But flickering. Let's see this one. Let's see this one. Too much work. Back to glitching. Back to glitches. Technology glitch. Did I use that one? Ouch. Whoa. Really? Damn, that's just nuts. Let me try that one. There's a reason why. Because it's not really that long of a glitching effect. We'll do a little transition here. A little flicker happening, right? Let's see if this works. That worked. Good for me. One try. This is super easy. Sound effect is fire. Fire. And it usually fits in perfectly here, so let me just see. Too early. Still a little too early. We stop here. We fade. And what we can do is, that's fun. We need the click sound effects. Oh, that's my neck cracker. That was nice. We need to add in 2 sound effects. Clicking. It ain't the finger click. Click delay. That ain't it. That sure is not it either. Metallic click. No. Jeez Louise. Oh my. What is going on? Wow. Huh? Yeah. Mouse double click. Dummies. What a bunch of jerks. Let's try that. Damn, that is so loud I can't even hear it. Right there, damn. That one we're duplicating. Come on, man. Oh, it's already there. Duplicate. Whoopsie. Here's the funny thing. Cartoon running. It exists. This is funny stuff. Just do running. And then I'll find it too. Let's see if this pretty neat. Escape from fire? Cartoon. Let's see if it's this one. It's not there. I have no idea what that is. Let me try the cartoon run. Run cartoon. I remember that. Okay, that ain't it. What is that? Let's find out. Does it tell me what it is? What is this? Oh, that's rough. That's rough stuff. So that's another thing that's kind of silly with this. They didn't create a copy feature. I would think, like, if I have something like, one thing iMovie can do, I could actually copy something from one place in iMovie to another. Like, I copy it, it gets stored in the clipboard, then I can go to another movie and paste it. This would be something that should also, they should add. Like, I think a copy and paste makes the most sense. What if you have sound, or what if you have a whole movie clip of something you already did? Why have to rebuild it all over again, where you could just use the stuff that's already there. I know what the sound is. What's kind of messed up is they don't give you the names, which would be helpful. You would think, like, I have the sound effect here. If I wanted some info on it, there is none. It's just kind of weird. Like, the name of it should actually appear somewhere, you know? There's no name. No name. You're on your own. Sorry. Run away. Run away. Let me try if it's that. I think I use run away. Cartoon. Audio. Run away. Sound effects. Run away. Run away. I can't remember it. Run away. What the hell is this? That's pretty good. Dash. I think it's a dash. What the heck is this? Not what I expected. Oh, that's not what I thought. Cartoon. Weird. Close. Slide ricochet. That would work too. It's a cross between these page slides would be whoosh. That's weird. Knife to knife slide. Weird. Let's see. Cartoon fast twist and slide. What the heck is that? What the heck is that? Yeah, it makes no sense. That doesn't sound very cartoonish. What the hell are those? Real weird. Okay, let's just stop now. What did I even write? I think I'm just gonna have to use zipping, not zipping, slide whoosh. Slide ricochet? Yeah, we'll work with that. Really? Try it now. That works. Wow, that's just a lot longer than I thought it was. We'll take you and we'll shrink you like crazy. Yay. And we'll give you an extra 2 seconds. Ah, it's like a minute. And then what we'll just do is fade them out. And that's it. Alright, so let's see. So now here's your final product. We open up here and we hit play. It's gonna be a little delayed on this one, you know. What can we do? That's neat. Two quick things. Let's get out of here. What I want to do is those clicks, I can't even hear them. So, no, that's right here. These guys, really? That's one click. Really? Let me just go 400 on you. Let's see, that help you help yourself. Let's see that. And fire, you need to express yourself. You're fire. You're not scared of nobody. And just man up. Let's hear it. And you know, we're just gonna have to, the song's just gonna have to be a little lower still. It's just ridiculous how loud it is. Even this. That's better. It's a really loud song. And we export. Yay! Just hit save. And there you go. ICAS BAC. Right there. And we're finished. That's pretty much it. That's what I was just playing around with. I wanted to show you guys a little bit of like how you can use the program and what you can do with it. I was learning a few stuff along the way too. But it's the transitions on this program are just sick, and I'm not even using it to its full potential. There's tricks I see they do where they have a sky, they have an ocean with whales in it, and then they just put the whales in the ocean overlay right here. I haven't even figured out how to do stuff like that yet. Once I can figure out how to do that, you can make some really cool looking pictures. But yeah, this program is like really neat. I think it's definitely going to be worth the $60. I think what they should definitely add is better voice manipulation. Like if you want to be able to change the tempo of the speed of the sound, it should be more granular. It shouldn't be granular for the first 10 and then it just jumps by increments of 10s and 20s. It just doesn't make any sense. It's just to stay granular all the way. That's just it until it reaches 0. Go by percentages. Go from 0 to 1 and go point 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, 0.5, like all the way through, and let you be able to control it. Do it double digits. That would just make logical sense. Same thing with speeding it up. And you should allow me to change the pitch of the sound without changing the tempo or the speed of the sound at the same time. That's a strange thing. Like you can prevent it from changing the pitch, but slowing down the way the character's speaking. But I want to be able to change the pitch without affecting its speed. Like you should be able to do both. It just doesn't make sense why you can do one but not the other. Another one too is they got to get a little bit better with importing sounds. They have a great sound library, but if I want to do voiceovers, I can't make my voice reverb as much as I would love to. They need to add echo and reverb as effects that you can add onto voices. And like I said, if they add in pitch control, there's nothing you can't do. Like, I mean, literally just let the same way with the pitching. With the pitch, you can move it percentage wise from 0 to 1, and you just control it. I can, if I wanted to type in 0.4, 0.5, 0.6, 0.7, like 20%. Like literally, the way I do my narrator voice, it's a 20% pitch shift downwards, so it's a negative 20% pitch downward. That's literally what I have to do with it. With this, I only can do a pitch downward of, I think I was able to do the 20% pitch downward, which was kind of crazy, which is surprising. Didn't expect that to work, but they allowed it. But yeah, that's pretty much it. But like I said, it's Enlight Videoleap. Babylon Buzz on Instagram was the guy who pointed it out to me, because he did this really cool wearable with a dragon, and then the dragon, you see smoke coming out of a cave, and all of a sudden you see the dragon's face appears, and then the dragon moves out a little bit, and then you see the two girls from The Shining appear from the background. And he linked all those video clips together using this, and the free version of it. I mean, I paid $7.90. Paid the $7.99 so I can have unlimited layers. $7.99 for the month. But like I said, after I finish some pages for Captain Jamaica, I'm gonna try to definitely pick up the full version of this program. I think it's very, very, very cool. Even if I have to play around with doing timing of voices like I usually do when I do my voice recordings, I'll do that too. And worst comes to worst, if I have to, I can just record it out, and then there's ways for me to stretch out, adding more timing. Or the worst you do is you overtime it, so you can cut it back down with splitting it back down to shorter pieces. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's just created an ICAS BAC piece of the 3-tailed titles, and I'm gonna probably be loading that up onto YouTube. I might load it up to Instagram and onto Facebook also. All right, so thanks for watching. Great program, Enlight Videoleap. I think one of the best photo editors you can, one of the best video editors you can use on the iPad Pro. Way better than the iMovie that's on it. And it's a lot easier to export and create videos. Thanks for watching. Keep your eyes, your ears, your hearts, and your minds open. And until next time, see you later.